So I guess this thing needs to start off with bronze tier, right? Something like that. Oh, nice. The game of life. I remember the game of life. So let's see. In the screen, I think it was a screen that had this, or is it this guy? Yeah, it's this guy. So I think it's set for mission. So we have win and loss conditions, and we've also got our tiers. So what we want is for every different stat type, we want to make a thing. So we want to go through everything in our stats. So probably the easiest thing for me to do is to make a function for this. This is in our tier mission completion. Where are you? Result tier. Yeah, okay, so it's a const f result tier. So I think that's probably the easiest way for me to implement this, because doing that in blueprints is just a fucking nightmare. Yeah, there's some cool stuff with the game of life and all that, where simple The whole point being that simple things can come together to create complex interactions that are interesting. I think one of my favorite, like I remember when we kind of did some of that in class back in college. One of the interesting things is they ran, like they're talking about neural nets and other crap as well. And one of the things they talked about is running simulations on trying to get locomotion working for actors, for AI agents using neural nets and like some joists, some springs and physics on some basic objects. And they were trying to get, of course, get stat for condition not found. It's just because it doesn't know what it's looking for. But one of the things is using neural nets and some physics to try to get these, like basically they'd make a pair of legs with their physics objects and then use neural nets with, like what forces they would apply to try to get an object to, move in a certain direction. And then they added on so that, when they simulated it, they varied the lengths of objects. And one of the funniest things was they're trying to, the goal of the agent was to move as far as they could in the shortest amount of time. And what they found with their neural nets when they ran it was that the bots cheated, basically. Is what they did is the most performant agent was the one that was the tallest, and it just fell over. So it was like, awesome, we've made an amazing neural net that will figure out how to, most efficiently locomote across an arbitrary landscape. And it's a success. Let's look at the results. And it's just like a really long stick that falls over, and you're just like, God damn it! The bots are laughing at me. So that's always what I like. Stupid crap like that. Like that's like when for a hack day project for Dragon Age Legends, I wrote bots that would test the game, and what I had the bots do was they randomly did anything they could. So it was a brute force. They had no intelligence. Like if they could move around on the world map, they just kept calling "move" in world map, and that would automatically initiate combat. And they would just randomly do whatever the hell they could. And they do the same thing in the castle where you could like craft potions and move your stuff around. And what the bots ended up doing was they ended up buying and selling all the rooms in the house, and they could end up buying sky tiles that we didn't even know was fucking possible because you couldn't click on them. Shit like that. It was great. And of course, the QA guys wanted to use it to test stuff, and I was like, I don't think so. And of course, I used my own profile for the game for testing during the hack day. So my profile was eternally screwed because of just the bots destroyed the castle. So there was absolutely nothing that I could do. They used every potion and killed all my heroes. It was just like, yeah, good job, bots. You bastards. I do not know why that set for mission was so screwed up. I just had the wrong logic on that. Alright, if is the stat is tracked, we'll create a tracked stat widget. We're going to pass in the tiers, right? So tier list. We're going to also pass in and they had it coming, and pole jumping or whatever, the only, closest point to the start of the race, the first, exactly. I was like, yep, neural nets, they solve the problem. They don't necessarily solve it in the way that you would expect them to solve it. Achieved here? Nah, I made the wrong thing public, didn't I? Good condition? If this is a good condition, it's always a good condition. Use result tier, true. And set for stage. And result here. Alright, let's see if this works. So if we go to our tracked stat list, we see this. We go to our debug data for this guy. We should be able to just make a Alright, we'll see if this does what we want. Go to the designer. It says player touches. 0 out of 10 for the bronze tier. Well, let's see if it works at all. Looks like we don't have any. It looks like we have ball touches. 0 out of 10. So if we let me take a look at the mission. Less than equal to 20. Oh man, let's see. So I have kind of a hmm. So let's see if it works with the greater than equal to stuff. And then we can work on supporting the other stuff. Okay, so we're going to get our tier condition, so it's going to be bronze, and we can achieve this. So we're going to go through the conditions array. But there's no conditions array? Okay, so the question is if it's a good condition or not. Um, Basically, good conditions are going to be conditions that are counting up versus things that are counting down. Um, all right. What did I set that to? Like, diamond is supposed to be greater than 20. Condition ball touch is equal to this. Comparison greater than or equal to. Alright, so it counted all the way up. Alright, so it'll start off invisible on the left for that guy. Actually, maybe we don't need to do that, but it's best just to set it. Probably what we want to do is set the brush to this guy. Okay, so what we want to do here is basically go through and see if this is a positive list for tiers. So we're going to set it is a good condition, and then we're going to go through our tier list. And basically go through this and the break condition, get stat for condition, and this is going to have to equal our track stat. So if this is going to be a less than equal to or an less than So let's see, the status image. We're going to set this guy to so we'll set our conditions accordingly. So if this is a bad condition, basically what we want to do is so if we currently have diamond, the next return is going to be platinum, platinum to gold, gold to silver, silver to bronze, and then everything else to none. And if you have none, you can't go anywhere. Alright, so this is going to be platinum, gold, silver, bronze. No, it needs to be like that. This is basically bronze should be for the none, and then silver to get bronze. I was wondering where everything was coming from. I was like, wait a minute, something got added here. Alright. So the next tier, if your diamond is platinum, gold, silver, bronze, bronze to none, everything else goes to none. Alright, so update stat. We're going to see if this is a good condition. Good condition is true. Then we go down there. Otherwise, it's false. So we're going to play ink fail. Okay, so the next tier, if the next tier is bronze, then we want to set ourselves to be, it's basically we want to swap these things around. So the status image is I guess we should just have a none text. Okay, so the next thing is bronze. So we should set our current to bronze and our current status to silver and the next one to bronze. Our next one is diamond. Yeah, we just won't worry about it too much. Pretty big? Nah, it's fine. This is like Factorio. We're just making a small train station. We need to grab the next condition. So Okay, let's see if that solves these issues. Alright, so this should allow us to start tracking these things. So let's see what it looks like. So ball touches 0 out of 5. How come it was 21 for diamond? Let me take a look. Result tier, diamond is 20. Alright, so it's 25 for diamond. Alright, so let's have a jump less than equal to 25. $20. 15. 10. And 5. So hopefully what this does is it starts us off with that diamond leaf, and then it counts up to failure. So jumps 999 out of 999. So the achievement tier is currently none. This is so what we want to do is, if this is none, yeah. That's why it's not setting anything for us. Otherwise, we're starting at diamond.